Happy Wednesday. How is everybody? How's everybody doing? I wanted to jump on real quick because yesterday I did not get the opportunity to do the energy report of what the alignments are doing right now, and I have to do another one tomorrow, so I'm playing catch up for what we just shifted into yesterday. So I hope you're all ready because this is a big one. As usual, this is a destiny year. And we're going into the last 5 months. So it is extremely important, we get things in, get it handled, so that you kind of reach your peak of what is meant for you to start, the next 20 years or so, right? Okay, so welcoming everybody in right now. It is so important. These I consider our little sacred gatherings, our little sacred circles. And, I'm bringing these energy reports and alignments to you straight from my heart. It's my heart to your heart. It's just that alignment, that perfect spiritual, alchemical, human to human connection that we all have to each other and to the universe. So it's important that we kind of tune in and connect and know what's going on, because these are so important, because I'm helping you navigate the energy, the alignments, how to make the best of them and how to survive some of them, especially right now. So everybody take a nice deep breath together. Breathe in and breathe out. A nice deep cleansing breath, because I want you to connect with me. I want you to listen. I want you to hear me, because this is so very important. So yesterday marked the most spiritually significant astrological shift of 2026. Exactly on July 7th, Neptune stationed retrograde at 4 degrees 25 of Aries. This is the official kickoff to a major, listen to me, a major 5-month cycle of stripping away the noise and getting down to the raw truth. It's straight truth. This is what's happening right now. Being able to see it, being able to speak it, being able to accept it for what it is. Okay, so after we spent the first half of the year urging us to courageously step into the new chapter of what was happening, Neptune now begins its 5-month retrograde journey from yesterday, July 7th, because I was supposed to do this yesterday, not today, until the 12th of December, 2026, right until before Christmas. Okay, inviting every single one of us to stop searching outside ourselves and begin listening to the wisdom that has always existed from the very time you were created within yourself. I cannot stress this. If you are not happy in your current situation, in your life, in your relationship, in your career, if you feel like you're not able to speak your truth or be taken seriously, or you're not being seen or getting respect, if you're unhappy with the environment that's around you, we have to look within ourselves. We are the only ones that can change that. I'm not going to be able to say, okay, go do this, we're going to change the whole world. But I can say to you, I'm here. The human in me sees, respects, adores, and loves the human in you. And we're going to start with you, and we are going to work through this together. And then you're going to be able to have that growth and to be able to evolve and create the life that you want for yourself. And that's going to end up extending out to your immediate family. And then that amazing life and the changes that are made are going to extend out to your community. And then on a community level, you can make changes that can extend out to your nation. And then on a national level, if people start getting it, it can extend out to the world. But we have to start here. Within me, within you. You be the one who dictates the course of your life. Do not play the victim. Because you're a victim only as long as you allow yourself to be. So we're going to kind of get through this thing together, if that makes sense. And I know it's not as simple as that, but that is the truth. That is the basis of where you need to start. Be the change you want to see in the world. It all starts with us individually. And then we kind of share our light and our love and our compassion and our truth. It's not easy. Nobody said it would be, but it is worth it. You just have to have faith. You just need to believe. You need to try, and try more than once. Every time you get knocked down, you get up and you go a little bit small. You get a little bit stronger each time. Just keep getting up. Just keep moving forward. Okay, so where am I? So I want to speak with you with absolute unfiltered transparency today, because you guys know I don't sugarcoat shit. Excuse my Jersey. I don't, and I never will sugarcoat, because I care about you too much. I love you too much. Okay, and this is too damned important. Hello, beautiful people who just jumped on. Okay, so this is not a Mercury retrograde right now. This is a far deeper one. This is Neptune, is one of the great outer planets. Neptune governs collective consciousness, spirituality, intuition, psychic awareness, dreams, creativity, compassion, divine inspiration, and the unseen realms. That's what this Neptune, what it does. It's in retrograde right now. So it is the veil between worlds, the whisper of spirit, the place where miracles, symbolism, and synchronicity live. Yet Neptune also governs illusion, fantasy, escapism, false hope, and self-deception. When Neptune moves forward, we often become captivated by what could be. We dream, we imagine, and we believe. But when a slow-moving outer planet like Neptune turns backward, which is what retrograde is, the energy shifts from an external fog to an intensive internal cleanup. The mist slowly begins to clear. The illusions we have been living under begin dissolving, not through force, but through quiet revelation. Kind of like, we all know I'm all excited about Practical Magic 2 coming out. In the first one where they say, come on, girls, it's time to clean house. That's what this Mercury retrograde is going to help you do internally. It's about us cleaning our own houses. All starts here. Okay. So what is happening right now over the next 5 months, okay, this is one of the greatest spiritual reality checks of the year. I am not here to sugarcoat, like I said, this for you. I am here from a place of radical love and deep understanding to give you the absolute truth of what this transit demands from each one of us, so you can maneuver through these intense psychic waters with your head held high. And yes, in psychic waters goes for you too. We all have the ability. We're just awakened at different levels, and some of us, this is what we do with our lives and what we were put here for. Others of us, we use our psychic awareness to tune into our wisdom and follow our instinct if we're smart enough, right? Right? Okay, so what I want to do is deconstruct the Aries ingress and the 160-year soul awakening. It's big, right? This is big. So to truly maneuver this energy, we have to look honestly at the sign this retrograde is occupying right now. What makes this retrograde even more significant is that it is taking place in Aries, the very first sign of the zodiac. Because it's happening in Aries, the cardinal fire sign of action and raw instinct and identity, this is not a passive, dreamy transit. It's literally a fiery wake-up call. It is what we consider the soul's evolution. Okay? So Neptune in Pisces, historically, is about learning, surrender, letting go, and passively floating. So that's where we've been. Neptune in Pisces. Now we've moved into Neptune in Aries from 2026 through 2039. What is that about? Courageous spiritual action, leadership, and raw instinct. You got to take your power back. You have to step into your power. Speak your truth while doing no harm. A lot of people lately, over the past couple years, especially on a national and a global level, have not been able to do that. To speak their truth, step into their power while doing no harm. That's what I need you to do right now. That's what I need everybody to start doing right now. So the world can start making sense again. The responsibility lies in you too. It relies in you, and it relies in me, and it relies in everybody else. Got to start somewhere. So let's get it started, right? Okay, so Aries represents identity, self-courage, leadership, action, initiative, purpose, and the warrior. For the first time in over 160 years, Neptune has begun a brand new 14-year cycle. That's what's happening on through Aries. One that will continue until 2039. Humanity has entered an entirely new collective chapter. One that is asking us not simply to dream differently, but to become different. Collectively, humanity needs to become different. The time is now. Now, while Neptune in Pisces has a very go with the flow, slightly adrift energy, Neptune in Aries teaches us courageous spiritual action. It asks us to stop drifting, stop passively floating, and begin consciously creating. To stop waiting for life to happen and instead become active participants in our soul's evolution. Aries demands leadership, and this retrograde asks, are the dreams you're chasing actually yours? Or are they leftovers from old conditioning? It's time to realign with what your soul actually wants to pioneer, not just what feels safe or comfortable. This is when we become mavericks. We go against the grain. We don't do something because we're told to do or we're expected to do. You have to connect through your heart center. You have to connect to your inner self, that wisdom, that gut, who always knew who you were and has been waiting for you to wake up and recognize that. To stop believing the lies. To be authentically yourself. To stand in your truth. Step into your power while doing no harm. And I have to add while doing no harm, because some people don't know how to do this. And they do it completely the wrong way, and all hell breaks loose, and a whole lot of destruction. We are the only ones that can start reversing that energy. Present to the world differently. Wake up and present to yourself differently. Your children differently, your family differently, your community differently. Help be the change. Am I beating a dead horse here? I don't think so. So, this current station magnifies that energy. Whenever an outer planet stations, its influence becomes exceptionally powerful. Astrologically, a station is a pivotal moment. Although Neptune only appears to move backwards from our perspective on Earth right now, its symbolism becomes amplified, asking us to pause, reflect, and listen before taking our next steps. All retrogrades do is require you to think before you speak, to slow down, to reflect, to really look at things, to think before you do, to make sure it makes sense, not to be quick to anger, quick to make a change that isn't necessarily the right one right now. To look at your life, to pause, reflect, and listen to your inner voice. Listen to God, listen to the universe before you move forward. It's not a bad thing. So, over the coming months, many people will begin questioning, who am I becoming? What am I truly fighting for? Whose dream have I been living? Am I following my soul or simply following habit? Where have I ignored my intuition because the truth felt uncomfortable? Where have I been pouring my precious energy into battles that were never mine to fight? There's that old saying, not my circus, not my monkeys. Where have you guys been putting your 2 cents in? Where your 2 cents weren't asked for and they weren't belong. And it has nothing, absolutely nothing, excuse my Jersey, fucking to do with you. And then you invite all this more drama and chaos into your life when you had enough already. Who am I speaking to with this right now? Now, these questions may not arrive dramatically. They often emerge subtly. A conversation, a dream, a sudden knowing. A relationship that suddenly feels different. A career that no longer fulfills you. A friendship you've outgrown. A deep feeling that something inside you has shifted, even if your outer world hasn't caught up yet. This, my loves, this is Neptune at work. Neptune rarely shouts. It whispers. And if you ever notice when you hear people speaking loud or yelling, people tune off. They don't listen. It's just a whole bunch of noise. But what happens when people start to whisper and you hear whispers? All of a sudden you lean in. You open your ears and you listen. Like, what are they saying? What's going on? So you can find out the tea, right? So you can discover the secret. That's how Neptune speaks to you. It whispers because it knows there's a good chance you're going to listen. All right, so the 2026 collective reality check and global alignments. What makes the July 7th station so deeply significant in the broader cosmic landscape it is intersecting with right now? Like I've told you before, we are operating a profound destiny year. And right now, Neptune is forming harmonious sextiles to both Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini. Okay, so Uranus in Gemini, awakening revolutionary ideas and sudden invocation. The evolutionary shift, Neptune retrograde into Aries, Pluto in Aquarius. With that Neptune retrograde in Aries, uprooting self-deception, heightening deep intuition. Pluto in Aquarius, transforming outdated systems and global collective networks. Now, Look at how the universe is coordinating our growth on a world level. Okay? Pluto is transforming outdated systems. It is actively dismantling and changing old, broken global structures and collective networks. Look at the world right now. It's really self-evident, isn't it? Now, Uranus is awakening revolutionary ideas and innovation. It is shaking up our perspectives and bringing lightning-fast mental expansion. Now, Neptune is awakening spiritual consciousness. It is anchoring our deep soul knowing into independent action. Right now, to move through this world, deep soul knowing and independent action. To work towards the collective good. Okay? Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I'm so sorry. Whenever I'm getting ready to get a message, and we know it's the right one because all of a sudden out of nowhere, I need to learn to bring in water with me. So, together, these three slow-moving planets are guiding humanity through one of the greatest collective evolutionary shifts of our lifetime. If you've recently felt as though life has slowed down, plans have stalled, answers haven't arrived, or your path feels uncertain, please don't assume you've lost your way. Sometimes the universe removes certainties so intuition can finally be heard. To anchor the spiritual vision down into our physical reality, today's energy is strengthened even further. The moon joins Saturn in Aries, reminding us that awakening alone is not enough wisdom, requires discipline. Neptune inspires the vision. Saturn asks whether your daily choices actually support it. They're holding you accountable. The alignments, these planets are holding you accountable. So later, the first quarter moon creates tension between Cancer and Aries. Cancer asks us to honor our emotional needs. Aries asks us to honor ourselves. Growth often requires learning those two things are not opposites. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, I'm going to help you unmask the truth in these alignments now through every sign. So let's look exactly where Neptune retrograde is turning off the fog machine in your life so that you can claim your alchemy, your individual medicine over the next 5 months so you can find your cure for what's going on. Okay? So the illusion to release and the sovereign truth. So the sign of Aries, transitioning house is the first house. So the false identity, you are releasing the illusion of who you think you should project to be safe or powerful. No more hiding behind hyper-independent shields or spiritual masks. The raw truth for you is learning that your vulnerability is your actual warrior power. Okay? You ready? Taurus, 12th house, the subconscious escape. You are clearing the fog from hidden self-sabotage, psychological bypass loops, and old ancestral guilt. The illusion that your deep blind spots aren't affecting your reality is over. The truth is auditing your shadow to clean up your energetic field. My Geminis transiting through the 11th house. The external applause. You are dissolving the illusion of chasing career milestones or societal validation that leaves your soul empty. No more performing for a broken ladder. The truth is building a life legacy and purpose based entirely on authentic alignment. My Leos, transiting house is the 9th house. The dogmatic safe haven. You are releasing rigid belief systems, spiritual hierarchies, or toxic positivity models that restrict your natural expansion vision. The truth is expanding your consciousness without needing external rules to give you permission. I don't know. I never really asked for permission. It's not in my nature. I do things respectfully, but I don't need permission to do them. Libra. Oh, wait. No, we did Leo. Going into Virgo. 8th house. The hidden dependencies you are unmasking, hidden energetic contracts. So the hidden dependencies. You are unmasking hidden energetic contracts, codependencies, or emotional enmeshments in intimacy and shared resources. The illusion of safety through losing yourself is dissolving. The target is claiming absolute, clean, personal boundaries. I didn't miss Cancer. Did I miss Cancer? I did miss Cancer. Oh my goodness, I did. When I type on my computer, I haven't figured out on my computer how to make my letters bigger. It's so bad. So after Gemini, there was Cancer before Leo. Thank you, Mama. So my Cancer is transiting houses, the 11th house. The external applause. You are dissolving the illusion of chasing career. I did do Cancer. Gemini, okay, we're going to back up a minute. We're backing up, all right? So Gemini was the 11th house, the social mirage. You are auditing your friendship circles and networks. The illusion of belonging to spaces or alliances that require you to shrink your truth is dissolving. I got them screwed up. The target is aligning strictly with a high vibrational, authentic community. Exactly. So Gemini is the social mirage. Cancer, I'm getting there, Mama. Cancer is the 10th house. That's the external applause. You are dissolving the illusion of chasing career milestones or societal validation that leaves your soul empty. I did say this, Mama. That was Cancer. No more performing for a broken ladder. The truth is building a life of legacy and purpose based entirely on authentic alignment. Okay. Leo's the 9th house. The dogmatic safe haven. You are releasing rigid belief systems, spiritual hierarchies, or toxic positivity models that restrict your natural expansive vision. The truth is expanding your consciousness without needing external rules to give you permission. Virgo, 8th house. Did I just do that? I'm going to do it again. Okay. The hidden dependencies. You are unmasking hidden energetic contracts, codependencies, or emotional enmeshments in intimacy and shared resources. The illusion of safety through losing yourself is dissolving. The target is claiming absolute clean personal boundaries. All right. Libra, that's me. The 6th house. We're back on track. The hustle martyrdom. Oh my goodness. You are dissolving the toxic illusion that constant overworking, structural burnout, and physical depletion equals worthiness. The truth is treating your daily routine as a sanctuary, listening to your nervous system, and tracking somatic health. Now, I do resonate with that, with how hard that I work and what I feel I need to get out and how serious I take everything and how I desperately want to help all of you. And you know, I've put into plan a lot of things because I preach transformation, mind, body, and spirit, you know, taking part of all parts of your being. And a lot of times we preach and we'll say, what did my parents say? Do as I say, not as I do. And sometimes we feel that we have to kind of sacrifice ourselves to help everybody else. But in reality, we need to help ourselves too first so that we are able to help everybody else on a higher level. Okay, now Scorpio, they're transitioning through the 6th house. The validation trap. You are releasing superficial creative pursuits or approval loops that distract from your true creative fire. The fog is clearing from your creative genius. The The target is launching raw, unfiltered, and unedited expressions of your true soul's joy. Alrighty. Capricorn. Oh, wait. Yep, that was my Parker and my Gracie, Sagittarius. So Capricorn, the 4th house. Hey, you know, if you can't laugh at your house itself when things don't go exactly purpose, then what's the whole point? You have to be able to laugh. Nothing perfect. You know, we're imperfectly perfect together, and this is being real. This is not rehearsed. This is just you and me together here. So Capricorns are in the 4th house. The conditional foundation. You are auditing early childhood conditioning, family programming, and ancestral scarcity. The illusion that building a material empire can cure an undergrounded internal heart center is over. You are rebuilding inner safety from the bedrock up. You know, shoring up your foundations. Aquarians, 3rd house, the cognitive noise. You are clearing the mental fog, narrative spinning, and information overload that splits your focus. The illusion that overthinking equals strategy is dissolving, and the truth is commanding absolute mental peace and speaking with piercing clarity. Pisces, 2nd house, the financial avoidance. You are auditing your relationship with money, wealth, and self-worth. The illusion that ignoring the material realm is spiritual, or that your value fluctuates based on bank accounts, is dissolving. The truth is grounding your security and owning your own worth. Now, this is how we're going to maneuver the high tides, the core demands, and the real world practices of what's going on. Okay? One of the greatest gifts of this retrograde is that our intuition becomes exceptionally heightened. Over the next 5 months, many of you may experience more vivid dreams, increased psychic sensitivity, stronger gut feelings, powerful synchronicities, a greater awareness of energy, and a deeper connection with spirit and your guides. If you work as a healer, a psychic medium, and I'm a healer, therapist, or any spiritual profession, you may notice your work becoming even more intuitive over the next 5 months because the veil feels thinner, because the veil is thinner right now. Messages become clearer, and your inner knowing becomes more difficult to ignore. But Neptune always has another side. This transit is making 3 very distinct, uncompromised demands of us to navigate these high tides. 1. You know how people say you got to look through them rose-colored glasses? Well, right now, this alignment, this station, is asking you to, excuse my Jersey, rip those fuckers off. Rip off them rose-colored glasses. Neptune loves a good fantasy, but Aries has zero patience for delusion. If you've been over-idolizing a project, a relationship, or even a past version of yourself, this retrograde acts like a lightning bolt that shatters the facade. The fog lifts so you can see exactly what and who is standing in front of you. Where there has been denial, truth appears. Where there has been illusion, reality gently emerges. Many relationships may now be viewed differently. Some will deepen, others may naturally fall away. Not because anyone has failed, but because your vibration has changed. Second thing, spotting spiritual bypassing. Okay? Aries energy is intensely honest. This transit forces us to look where we might be using spiritual talk, toxic positivity, or wishful thinking to escape taking real-world responsibility. It calls out false promises from others or ourselves and demands that words match up with actual physical actions. Where there has been escapism, true healing begins. People-pleasing, codependency, and unhealthy coping mechanisms become increasingly impossible to avoid. This isn't punishment, it's liberation, because spirit cannot guide us fully while we remain attached to illusion. 3. Third thing, committing to somatic fact-checking and dream tracking. This is actually very important. Because the veil right now is incredibly thin, the influx of intuitive data can feel overwhelming. So we must actively ground our insights into concrete reality so we don't spiral into mental confusion. So the practice, this is what I need you guys to do. Over these next 5 months of this incredibly amazing destiny year that I need you all to really check into and tune in and take advantage of, pay close attention to your dreams. Keep a journal beside your bed. Notice recurring symbols and trust repeated synchronicities. When the psychic energy feels foggy or hypersensitive, step away from the noise, ground your physical body, and observe the tangible facts right in front of you. Let the absolute truth of the present moment clear the mist. Now, I have so many people. I actually teach a dream analysis interpretation class, okay? And a lot of people say, well, I just don't dream at night. I don't remember my dreams, or can't remember them, or I know I've dreamed, or I just simply don't dream. We all dream, okay? But a lot of people realize, okay, maybe you don't remember your dreams at night, although when we do the dream analysis class and interpretation, I actually teach you how to remember your dreams, to incubate your dreams. Daydreaming is a form of dreaming. In the daytime, where all of a sudden you just go somewhere and somebody looks at you like, where did you just go? And then all of a sudden you saw a vision, you thought of something, you got a knowing. You know, that is a form of dreaming. So dreaming just doesn't occur at night when you're asleep. It also occurs when you're awake. So stay in tune. Write them suckers down. They usually have an answer for you or an understanding of something that's going on. Or sometimes they bring you a vision of what's to come. Okay? So the urgency of our own personal alchemy right now and private mentorship. This is important. Listen to me closely on this. Because this 5-month retrograde journey is executing such a massive structural unmasking across your life right now, you cannot afford to sit back and wait for the fog to clear on its own. When Neptune stations, the psychological and spiritual blind spots that you have ignored for years are forced into plain sight. If you do not actively partner with this energy, it defaults into emotional exhaustion, narrative spinning, and severe energetic depletion. This is why, PSA announcement, exactly why navigating this terrain alone is not an option if you want to stay sovereign. This is why it is absolutely critical for you to literally, I am inviting you. And I'm letting you know you need to right now, within the next few weeks, book a private session with me. We need to get the work in. Book it right now, okay? Because over the next 5 months, my work as a professional medium and spiritual coach is becoming profoundly amplified by these exact cosmic frequencies. The veil is thinner, and the direct, unedited insights from Spirit are coming through clearer than ever before right now. In a private session together, we don't sugarcoat your reality, and anybody who's known me and has worked with me knows that I don't make it easy on you guys. I have a way of lovingly getting across my point, and then if you're not getting the point as I check in with you when I say, okay, these are the things that need to happen, or the things that need to be shifted or let go of, you know that I will get really direct with you. And it's only because of how much I love you. You know, I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth of the way it is, and I don't sugarcoat it. There's some people that do need me to hold their hand a little bit more, and I will do that to a point. But then if you're not getting it, Jersey comes out, And I'll get right in your face and be like, you're not listening to me. You have the answers. Take action. So anybody who's worked with me does know this. Okay? So we don't sugarcoat your reality. We don't engage in spiritual bypassing. We get completely to the point, and I'm completely transparent with you during these sessions. We look directly into your specific chart to pinpoint exactly where Neptune is pulling back the curtain of self-deception. We will cut the energetic cords, the old survival dynamics, toxic people-pleasing patterns, and ancestral burdens that are currently draining your life force. And we will map out a concrete, disciplined, structural strategy to stabilize your unique nervous system and lock in your true soul worth. To do this, that's where your abundance comes from. That's where your peace will come from. That's where your happiness will come from. That's where your power will, your passion will be ignited, where you could fill your life with love. And it doesn't mean that life is perfect, because my God, it's not perfect. Shit happens. And lately, for so many of us, me included, shit happens on a regular basis, and sometimes multiple times a day. So that's normal. That's part of being human. That's part of our journey. But where we can shift it is when something happens, dealing with it as it happens, allowing ourselves to process it and move through it. So we might be brought down to a lower frequency for a little bit, but I promise you, if you work with me and we learn how to deal with this shit, you'll rise a whole lot quicker, and you won't stay in that place. That's why you look at some people and you're like, wow, why are they always so at peace or always so happy? Or you look at somebody and they look like they're somebody who doesn't have a lot, maybe doesn't wear the best clothes, their life, somebody else looking, somebody else judging because they don't know them. They turn around and say, oh, I feel so bad for them. But those people are at so much peace and radiate so much calm and beauty. And it's like, I want me some of that, So, and that's being able to deal with the blows that life gives you. And then rising above it, learning from it and rising. It's not hard to do. It just takes work. It takes personal discipline and understanding that in this life, nothing, absolutely nothing is handed to us. There are things that we have to work for. And that's what I'm here to help you do, help you get it. So Spirit cannot fully guide you while you are gripping onto an illusion. Do not wait for survival panic or the relational and career transitions of this retrograde to overwhelm your system before you decide to protect your peace. The cosmic gateway opened up wide yesterday, and the slots that I have available for sessions are beginning to fill up. So if you really want to get the session in and do the work, you want to definitely book your session, and I will get you in as soon as possible, but the time is now. And what I mean by saying do not wait for the survival panic or relational career transitions of this retrograde to overwhelm your system before you decide to protect your peace, it means prepare. It means do your work in sessions so you know what's coming. And so you can handle things smoothly and make all the decisions you need to make that's best for your life and for your growth and for your path and what's meant for you. Don't wait till a disaster occurs and you're like, oh my God, Elena, I have to book a session today, to where you're in a panic mode. So that's so very important. You got to think. We're in retrograde. Got to think before you do. We got to do the work. We got to get it in together. Okay? So you can go to my website, www.oneheartonespirit.com, spell it out, secure your session, and we'll clear the fog together so you can consciously create the life your soul has always been trying to live. Now, not just life path sessions, not just crossroads, not just, the relationship and career and mediumship sessions. It's a really good time right now to do a soul retrieval, a really good time to do past life regressions, and also to do a session where if you feel like something's been placed upon you, like from psychic vampires sucking you dry, or people in your life, or that you feel like something has been holding you back for the last 15 years, 20 years, or you feel like just something negative energy has attached to you or something is upon you, you can do a session where we remove it, where I cross you over the veil and you literally are able to cut all of that away, disconnect, and protect yourself, but also send back what people have done to you. So they're getting their energy back again. So it's a pretty powerful thing. So as we move towards the Lionsgate portal next month, where everybody is so spiritual, they get so excited about Lionsgate. Everybody jumps on. I can't wait to see all the posts. And it's like, do you even know what it's about? Or are you just copying what somebody else has posted? Learn about this stuff. It's amazing and it's important. But, you know, research, look into things so you understand, connect with it. Because since we're moving towards the Lionsgate portal next month, Neptune retrograde begins preparing us for an even deeper remembrance of why we came here, why we were even placed upon this planet in our human form. The path ahead isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been beneath the illusion. Stepping into your authentic, sovereign self. Unapologetically you. And the beautiful being you are. Every part of you. Even the parts that aren't perfect. Sometimes the parts of us that aren't perfect are actually the most beautiful. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is charging forwards. Sometimes it's having the courage to face the truth. Today, ask yourself. I want you guys to ask yourself these questions. Where am I still living from illusion rather than truth? What dream genuinely belongs to my soul? Where am I being asked to trust my intuition over my fear? What am I finally ready to release? And I'm going to give you your mantra like I always do. And let it reverberate through your bones tonight. Say it again tomorrow. Are you ready? We're going to say it a couple times together. I'm going to give it to you first. I release the illusions that keep me playing small, and I step courageously into my absolute truth. I'm saying it again. Say it with me. I release the illusions that keep me playing small, and I step courageously into my absolute truth. It's beautiful, although slightly intense, window for deep soul alignment that will run all the way through December 12th right now. So remember, the future doesn't begin when circumstances change. It begins the moment your actions become aligned with your soul. I'm going to say that again. Remember, the future does not begin when circumstances change. It begins the moment your actions become aligned with your soul. May Neptune retrograde clear the fog from your path, my loves. Strengthen your intuition. Deepen your spiritual connection and gently guide you back towards the life your soul has always been trying to create. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for holding this deep, transparent space with me today. Stand in your truth. Trust in who you are. Follow your own intuition. Do no harm and stay sovereign. Blessings to all of you. I love you fiercely. And I will be back on tomorrow because there's another transit happening tomorrow. So I will be jumping in on that. And please, just direct message me, hit me up, and let's get your sessions booked. Let's, as my Gracie would say, get it in and get it dusted. So I love you all fierce. I will talk to you soon. Have a good evening. Bye.